so much. High snap, crack pop. Yeah, yeah. Well, you're gonna be surprised when I turn around and put up a screenshot. I don't mean to be rude. I just finished dinner. 7:30 at night. Hi, Dolphin Girl. How you doing, dear? I guess I'll run right into it. Uh, so I am going to put up some screenshots. Hope you all don't mind of a lot of the food resources that are associated in a link tree. Some of these are actually new ones, and a lot of them are good ones. So let's get into it. And yes, we're going to turn around and bring the surprise for Maggie. So one of the new ones, courtesy of another creator online, individuals that are 50 there's multiple, but this is one of the main ones that I did vet. They've been in operation since 2003, and they're ranked number one in job searches for individuals of 50 and older in the United States. Their placement's pretty good from my understanding. The second one that I turned around and added is this one. This is for the elderly and the olders. Now, it does use site cookies, but here, I'll even take that one off. There you go. They give you access to organizations in your area for food for the elderly and assistance by Meals on Wheels, other organizations, so forth and so on. And yes, I'm drinking hot tea tonight because it's chilly out. So that's the two new ones that were put up, courtesy of another content creator on this app. But we also have this one was suggested by someone that was in the chat. That's another content creator. $10 million in free groceries to SNAP recipients as families nationwide. GoPuff is a chain of grocery stores that are spanned across the United States. They are sporadic. You'd have to do your research in finding them. They're out there all over the place. They give you instructions on how to obtain the $50 worth of groceries. I do believe that it is once for that month. They're breaking it down into two sections. So as long as you have that information and your SNAP benefits card, and you follow the instructions, you should be able to receive the $50 worth of groceries. We all know that's not going to cut it, but that's why you supplement with going to the food banks and food pantries to get the additional food items to help cover you at least for a week to 2 weeks. It's going to get tough, and we called it out here on this page. It's going to get a lot tougher before it gets better. So that being said, here's this one. Feeding America. All the food apps are in the link tree itself. So all you have to do is go to the link tree. It's anonymous to use, and it doesn't cost you anything. Once you get into the apps, then it'll give you step-by-step instructions of what to find and how to look for it. This one here, all you simply do is put your zip code in and it'll find resources for food in your area with that zip code. So I mean the list is long. I got plenty of them in there. Welcome into live. All I ask is that you tap the screen, like the live, share it out with everyone. So, here's this one. This one here is Catholic Charities. They also turn around and assist on getting food and food resources to individuals, especially ones that are hard hit with hurricanes, wildfires, and times of disaster. Oh, okay. Yeah. Shaw. If you're outside looking in, I just want to ask a quick question. How'd that begathon go for you over Maggie's Live? I heard it didn't work out too well for you. Shay. But don't worry, you're going to see something that's going to shock you. It'll be shock and awe. So let's get into it. You know where the link tree is. Use it whenever you need it. But let's get right into it. Hey, guess who's live? Guess who's live asking for pain and suffering right now? Yeah, Maggie. Maggie, why do you need $45 for pain and suffering? Hey, another good question. Did you get your hair cut today? Because you sure as hell turned around and begged for $30 last night to get your hair done. Doesn't look like it got cut or cleaned up or trimmed. Maggie, why did you lie to everybody and didn't get your turn around and get your hair cut? Pain and suffering because she was attacked. But don't worry, I got a screen-by-screen shot, and I even did one better. Apple iPhones are great, especially when you want to reduce background noise. And I have that too as well. But no, I mean, I'm just asking, Maggie, what'd you do with that other $30? Did you buy the chips or did you buy the ice cream? Yeah, Tommy Lee, individual that's attached to the Zeus Entertainment Company. Oh, okay. Yes. I am not going to disagree with you whatsoever about the fact that she provoked it. She did. Because if you listen to the audio that I cleaned up with the background noise, and no, I didn't mess with anything, you can hear them specifically state that the elevator was closed off and that they wanted to turn around and go utilize the elevator on their own. Maggie made her way in. And you know what's even funnier? She literally was sitting there in a live with the camera pointed at Tommy Lee. Yeah. Now, make no mistakes, throwing water on an individual is considered assault. But here's the catch. You need money for a lawyer to prosecute. And it can take a lot of money because Zeus Entertainment has a lot of money. And they're going to protect their star before anything else. Here's the other thing, too. This individual is well known apparently on this network. The catch-22 with it is some of them don't like being recorded. Some of them have contracts where you can't record. You can't live stream. Well, it's going to cost them a lot of money. So good luck with that. Let me know how that works out for them. And they'll charge you just to get a picture of them. You know, NFL football players do it all the time. You want a picture with, I don't know, your favorite quarterback? Sometimes they charge $100, $150, $200. Sometimes they will do it out of the grace of their hearts. But when it comes to this situation, which was trademarked, privatized, copyrighted, yeah, it's not a good idea to be live streaming somebody in an elevator and they see it know it, and even turn around and try to get out of the way. And what I mean by that is this. Now, this video was taken from a page. I mean, it's been through so many people's hands so far. I don't even know who has the rights. I didn't even know who to reach out to. But the young lady in the background, I believe that to be Tommy Lee. She notices Maggie with the camera. You can see her looking at it. Right? So we can all agree on that. Now, that being said, notice she moved directions. Now, apparently there's a gentleman to the right of the camera. Yes, Julie, I heard that too. There's a gentleman to the right of the camera. She is gravitating towards him because she knows that she's on camera. She doesn't want to be on camera. Gravitates even more. Doesn't know how to get out of the camera view. Maggie knew what she was doing in this picture. I'm sorry. She knew exactly what she was doing the whole time. She moves back. She even raised her hand and in the direction of the camera and of Maggie. She knew exactly what Maggie was doing. Was upset that Maggie was doing what she was doing in this picture. Even said something, because her mouth is open, to Maggie in this picture. I'm doing this pretty much almost step by step of how it occurred, what occurred, why it occurred. See, she notices it. And look at the left-hand side of the picture. Maggie knew what she was doing. She even turned around and took notice to it. And she started making her way towards that camera. Final picture. She saw Maggie doing it. She knew what Maggie was doing. She didn't agree to it. And here's the other thing, too. Granted that you're in public, but to be live streaming somebody without permission, I mean, basically, you're doxing that person or putting that person. In this scene here, in this picture here, Maggie was at the Baddies audition, and she was live streaming herself in a copyrighted, trademarked facility because they were doing it. And she got into an elevator with Tommy Lee. And Tommy Lee specifically warned her. No, she did not. Nope. I know she didn't. And we all know that's a lie. Maggie's going to pull that stunt just to turn around and get the sympathy and the manipulation started on it. Henceforth, the reason why she's asking for $45. Maggie, grow up. Anybody that sends you $45 for pain and suffering? No. Now, if the camera was shattered and it was unrepairable and you were physically injured because of it, then yes, I would turn around and at least step up and press the charges. But I saw the aftermath of you running around to the New York City's finest outside, and they didn't seem to really too much care about it. Just saying. I'm just putting that out there. Because it's going to be kind of difficult. Now, that being said, the male on the right, you can't even see what he was doing. You saw him briefly in the beginning of the video, but you didn't know what he did. You don't know what he had. You don't know what could have happened once those doors open. So for you to sit and think that this person did it or this person did it without definite proof, sorry, that's all I'm saying. You can't go by that. I mean, that's like selling somebody a car that doesn't have an engine in it, and you're sitting there saying, uh, yeah, he pushed the elevator key. Correct. You're trying to sell somebody a car that has no engine in it. So, that being said, you knew exactly what you were doing. You got on that elevator the moment they did, and I even heard them say that the elevator was closed, and yet you still found yourself on that elevator. Now, you're entitled to that elevator, but in such a confined space, I don't think it's a good idea to be live streaming or even pointing a camera in their direction. I mean, if anything, they could sit there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know elevators do have cameras. Yes, that has been brought out. A consistent and constant stalker. I mean, yes, yeah. That's what I heard. That she was told to get off the elevator. Then she took notice to Maggie having the phone pointed in her direction. I mean, 9 times out of 10, Maggie, you're always got the camera facing you. And now all of a sudden you turn around and decide to point it towards a woman that chooses not to be on camera by choice, and you continue to still live stream it. Yeah, make that make sense to me. And now you're sitting over on your live asking, no, not asking, you're basically telling everybody to give you $45 for pain and suffering. No. I mean, you don't seem to have a problem sitting there and relaxing. No, Tommy did not do any of that. I can tell you that right there. No, no, trust me. Okay, here's a good question to that about the acid concept. Why would somebody be walking around with a glass full of acid? Yeah, she wants. Maggie, do you not realize what's going to occur in 2 days? Or are you just not thinking ahead? Or are you just thinking for yourself? Oh, that's what it is. You're just thinking for yourself, and that's all it is to you. Tommy Lee is a celebrity star for an organization called Zeus Network. They put out, I guess, TV shows and other things of that nature on that. Yeah, she's a reality celebrity. Thank you. Apparently, she's pretty popular too. So, but no, there was no reason for you to live stream her. There's no reason for you to be, you could have maybe have asked for a picture, asked, but in your case, we know you don't ask, you just do, which is the reason why this occurred. Am I sorry that it happened? No, not really, because you knew exactly what you were doing. You knew what you were getting yourself into, and you still did it. And yeah, I'm just being honest. Yes, Don, I am. I'm talking to me, myself, and I. Yeah, she knew she followed them in there, and that's the thing. She was waiting outside. She was filming and videotaping a TV celebrity or a reality star without permission. And I'm sorry, in some cases they don't want to be recorded. Respect privacy, Maggie. Guess you never heard of that one before. But yet you're going to sit over there and beg all your enablers and supporters who are going to have their money run tight come Friday for $45 for pain and suffering. Oh, don't worry. I watched her last night too. She asked for $30 for grocery. And then she asked for another 30 to get her haircut. Well, she didn't get her haircut today. Why, Maggie? You just literally in my opinion, scammed everybody because you didn't get your hair cut today, Maggie. What's going on? Oh, she's showing off her new notebook. Well, I certainly have. I hope that new notebook has notes of its own of what I'm going to show because she's going to need monthly reminders. Oh, I know. She is going to get a rude awakening. And no, I will not feel one bit sorry for her when she does get that rude awakening. Facts are facts. And her mods, I'm sorry, her mods are just the puppeteers to Maggie. Oh, she's been begging for years, taking money for years. And you know, people never really put her in focus until just recently when we all started putting her on blast because what she's doing is she's stealing from the US government because anytime you make mention to SSI in her chat, they mute it. Well, why do you need to mute when people are speaking the truth? And then you're going to sit there and expect to run out of your mouth that you're talking truth? No, no. Yeah. But yet, well, you know, hey, you know, once she got removed out of the baddies audition and she was outside, boy, she wanted that $50 because she was hungry. Now, you're going to sit there and tell me that approximately $500 that you begged for about a week and a half, maybe a week, and you ran out of money, Maggie. I would certainly, hello, welcome into live, everybody. Just tap the screen, like the live, that's all I ask. I would certainly have hoped that you would have turned around and set some money aside for yourself, knowing that you were going to be hungry after the baddies audition. That never happened. So that's all I'm asking, you know. But I don't understand that. Yeah, yeah. You know, because I turn around and just carry, you know, Windex with me everywhere I go in a styrofoam cup. No, I saw that. I saw that. Now, like I said earlier, in that state, it is an assault with just pouring a cup of water or dumping a water on somebody, which kind of surprised me, but okay. But the physical aspect of what Tommy did was wrong. You know, now granted, they did tell Maggie to stop. They warned her. They even asked her not to get on the elevator, and yet she still pushed through. Yeah, yeah. But to sit in a live right now and beg for $45 for pain and suffering, sorry. No, no, you're not going to get any sympathy from me. Yeah, I agree. That was a natural reaction from Tommy Lee, which was to me justified because Maggie knew she was doing it. She knew what she was doing was wrong as well. Well, yeah, she needs 45. Well, let's do some math about the 45. What's the 45 for, Maggie? Is it for DoorDash? Probably. Is it for groceries? No, because she already self-admitted that she still had some money left on her EBT card. Yeah, yeah. And, you know, I don't know too much about Tommy, but look, if I accidentally got into an elevator with somebody that was a celebrity, I sure as hell wouldn't be live streaming them. I'm just saying. I would have kept everything to myself. Yeah, I can almost guarantee a seafood boil is going to be coming up. But here's the other thing too. You know what happened last night after she begged for the $30 in groceries. What do you think she? Yeah, yeah. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. She got chocolate ice cream. Yeah, Maggie. Yeah, she got DoorDash, and I do believe she got a chocolate ice cream too. So, EBT, yeah, I have no problems with EBT being taken from her. Sorry, I'm stating facts. Because you're literally taking from other people while you have EBT. Make that make sense. Plus, you get over $900 in SSI funds, which brings me to the big one. You ready for this? Hey, Maggie, I certainly hope you have that new notebook, because what you need to really put down in that new notebook is this. Hey, Maggie, I just want to ask you and your mods, are you reporting your earned income to supplemental security every 6th day of the month? Yeah, I don't think you are, Maggie. No, you're not. You're reading this, right? You getting all this? Make sure you take screenshots. Hi, Lemonade. How you doing? Make sure you take screenshots. They're free. Yeah. So now, Maggie, you make sure you put that in your notebook, okay? Photo screen this with your eyes, okay? Because every 6th day of the month, you're supposed to report that to SSI. I don't think you're doing that. I'm pretty sure that you're not doing that, because they would do an adjustment on your SSI. So that's how I know that you're not. So now we know you are scamming the government. That's facts. I'll stand 10 toes deep on that one, and not easily broken. Are you going to disagree with me on that? Because I don't think you have a chance in hell that's ever going to happen. Well, I don't know. I don't think she's even doing that. I think she's just blowing right past it. Yes, Ty, definitely. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's get into that too. Donations from friends and family. That protects Maggie, not the people that send her the money. So do you think that she cares whether or not you're protected? Hell no. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they've already been found out. I made all the calls. I made 2 calls to SSI with no problem whatsoever. Oh, they do care. Trust me, they do. She doesn't get her check until tomorrow. Yeah, no, tomorrow or Friday. Oh, and she has no apparent functions this weekend, too. So if you don't have any functions, why are you still begging for money, Maggie? Oh, yeah. When it comes to Maggie Foster, I have no problems reporting her to SSI, HUD, or SNAP. Now, SNAP, good luck with that, because last time I called them, I got was a voicemail from them. But no, the more reports that go in on her, the faster it's going to get pushed through. And the more they're going to look into it. Oh, she does. Okay. So she does have an event this weekend at the cost of all of her supporters and enablers. But don't worry about that, supporters and enablers. You just worry about trying to get food in your house now. Let me know how that works out. Oh, okay. She claims that she needs money for an event next week. Well, that's on her. But sometimes you don't need to go to events. Oh, and that's the other thing, too, I wanted to make mention. Do you all know that video and that live that she was in up in New York, courtesy that was paid for by her supporters and enablers, because they didn't go. And the most I saw was Maggie, Maggie, Maggie. I didn't see major celebrities or, even coming close to rubbing it. Oh, wait, yeah, you did rub elbows with Tommy Lee, only after she knocked the phone out of your hands, because you shouldn't have been screen recording her. And yes, that is screen recording too, because remember, all lives are recorded. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, the $30 for her haircut and she never got it. See, and that's the thing that I want to, she sits there and screams that she's disabled. Okay, if you're disabled, what is your disability? And I'm only being honest. But somewhere along the line, she gets Medicaid or free bus fare. She gets a lot of things covered for her. But that's okay. All of her supporters and enablers can turn around and continue to keep working for Maggie. Because the mods are just going to be the puppeteers to Maggie. But look, money's going to get tight. We called it on this page a while ago. All of us. We all jointly agreed on it. It's going to get tough. And I can tell you this right now. If you think now is bad and Friday's bad, wait 2 weeks from now and get back to me. And let me know how much worse it is. How you doing, ma'am? Because I'll tell you what. From what I'm seeing, no, it ain't going to get any easier. But please, pray tell, Maggie, are you reporting every 6th day of the month to everyone? We're talking about Maggie Foster. You know, somebody that gets over $900 in Oh, okay, hold on. Gets over $900 in SSI funds. Here she is, right here. You know, today. She gets over $900 in SSI funds. She gets HUD housing, and she did have SNAP until the disability of SNAP drops on Friday. And, you know, the other thing is that she received $30 to get a haircut. Hey, Maggie, why didn't you get your haircut? That'd be the question I'd be asking in that live. You know, Maggie, you know, such turned around and gave you $5 to get a haircut. How do I pay for with bills with $900? Well, when your $900 goes to, you know, your rent on top of your food stamps that you get, you budget. Literally budget. You don't go out to your little functions. You don't go out to your get-togethers. And yes, it is going to suck. But there's got to be a beginning and to the whole thing. Because before the beginning, there's always an end. Right. But hey, that would be the question I would ask those. Maggie, why didn't you get a haircut? I gave you $6. I gave you $10, and yet you're sitting here not with a haircut? Why? Yeah, see, Jody does it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jody. It's tough, right? Oh, is Maggie in here? Maggie, you can certainly take a box if you want to, Maggie. But we all know that you won't. You never will. But hey, Maggie, make sure that you're reporting every 6th of the month your earned income that you've made, okay? Because that's the next thing that's going to get put towards SSI and reported for. Because I guarantee you they're going to figure that out if they haven't already done it. I know. It is tough. I'm not saying that it's not going to be tough. It is. But it's going to be worse once Friday hits and everybody loses everything, you know. Do I think they should be doing it? No, I don't. I don't think it's fair to the children and the you know, single moms. She thinks she is, but sadly, they don't seem to understand that they are. But her choice, her call. Yeah, the elderly, too. We need to start looking out for the elderly. I mean, they're the ones that started it all. I'm the type of person that, you know, I'm transparent. I don't give a shit. You want to know something? I'll tell you the truth. I don't care. Her mods, her mods don't seem to really give a crap. Like I said, they're the puppeteers to Maggie's puppet. And Maggie doesn't even realize it. That's the sad thing. But that's on her. Yeah, well, let me know how that works out for her and the $1,000. You know, when somebody's sitting there and turn around and scraping by just to get enough food to feed their family of six. Oh, did she leave? Oh, she probably got bored. Probably wanted to turn around and get more money from her followers and enablers. And, you know, instead of sitting at home and relaxing and resting. I mean, you got pain and suffering, Maggie. You need to rest up. You need to relax. Stop taking money from other people. Oh, I'm sure she is. Okay, sorry about that. But hey, you know what? Her enablers, if they want to just, oh yeah, oh you're welcome, anytime. There's a couple other ones that I'm going to start going through. Safeway's got assistance with Thanksgiving this year, and a couple other ones too. And I'm going to start looking them up too. Yeah, you know, hey Maggie, those acid burns, where are they? Trust me, I've handled acid before. You know, the kind that eats through concrete. Yeah, yeah, Aldi's. I got that one in the link tree too. You know, the kind of acid that eats through concrete. Yeah, I don't think anybody threw any battery acid on you. You would have had burns all across you. Yeah, yeah. The link for the Walmart and Aldi's is in the link tree. It's anonymous to use. I don't know who uses it. I'm glad to. And it's just, you know, it's up there for everyone to use. Um, yeah, it was water. That I established that. Do I think that the male had the water? Yes. But I can't prove that because we don't have camera views from that angle. Now, if they had a camera in the elevator, I'm sure they could find out, but that guy could have been anybody. Unless you absolutely know who it is, you know, without undoubted proof, you can't turn around and just sit there and start accusing people without knowing. And the police will tell you that too. They'll take the report, but they may not do anything. And not only that, but here's the other thing: is Zeus Entertainment located in the city of New York, or are they located out in California, Florida? Well, she could try to press charges. Better have a lawyer to turn around and do all that paperwork, because that's a lot. Better have the money for a lawyer. You can go pro bono. You can go with a lawyer from the state. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Tommy Lee can. The Timu lawyer won't work. That's a good one. But no, no. I'm sorry, Maggie. Oh, Renee, do me a favor. Send me uh, send me a DM with that information. That's a good one. Yeah. Well, no lawyer's going to take the case. I can guarantee you that. Doesn't matter. You can run that up a flagpole and it don't matter nothing. I know. I know. Ty, you're right. Stores are going to start shutting down if situation. And I mentioned that in another creator's live. Let's make sense to that, okay? And I'm not. I've seen the videos where individuals said that they're going to go in and start stealing from the stores. But here's the catch: you start doing that, you get arrested. What do you think is going to happen? You think you're going to get arrested and just released? You're going to have to set bail. You may have to go up to a judge depending upon how much it costs. But here's what it comes down to is they'll file a report. You will lose your benefits. You will lose everything you have because of theft. That's why I suggested in reference to donating plasma. I mean, there's plasma centers everywhere. First time up, you can get $100, $150. That's $150 that can go for a bill, can go for gas between two cars, can go for groceries. And if you're a family, a husband and wife duo, both go. If one gets 150, there you go, $300. Look, I don't like needles. Everybody will know that. I hate them. They suck. Keep them away from me because I don't like vampires with needles. But money's money at this point in time in life. And I'm just stating a fact. I'm only being honest. Oh yeah, and she's gonna run this out until it's dry and the horses walked away. I can guarantee you that. She's gonna take full advantage of this. She's gonna run it out. She's gonna have her mods play into it. They're gonna hype it up. They're gonna mute anything that's of any truth whatsoever. So, yeah, make that make sense to me, Maggie. There's another picture I wanted to throw up too, and I forget what it was. You'll have to forgive me. I guess that's it. Oh, I like this picture. This is a good one. Yes, that's a good picture. I like that. Oh yeah, yeah. See, that's the other thing too. Maggie doesn't seem to realize that she's walking into a minefield. If you try to sue, or you try to pursue any kind of lawsuit, they can bring up anything in reference to financial records on how, your side of everything. And do you think that's going to actually end well for you, Maggie? Because you're reporting every sixth day of the month, right? Your earned income. Remember that, enablers and supporters. When she loses it all, she's going to expect you to turn around and start paying out every sixth of the month. Oh, real quick, I did see that comment in reference to the plasma. Yes, there is things that in reference to the plasma donation centers, small veins are one of them. The other thing that I did find out, because I did visit one just to ask questions, was if you are on a list of being a rug user, you will be on a list all across the board. So they will know that you are a rug user and you will be turned away. Oh, Maggie? Oh, she's just asking for $45 for pain and suffering. Because she deserves it. She demands it from her enablers. Team Maggie, all the way. Give me your money. You go broke in these times of need. You don't need your money. I don't know. I heard about that RH negative. I haven't looked too much into that. I heard some interesting things about that. But don't worry. Maggie will get her money. She has to turn around and take it from you. Like taking a lollipop from a baby. And I don't want to hear this crap coming out of the freaking mod's mouth like Shaw did the last time we were live and saying, oh, you don't know what I do. You're a beggar too. I mean, you literally sit in a live and ask, hey, can we have a begathon for me? Do you really think Maggie gives two shits about you? What, don't you see the writing on the wall? She don't care about you. She cares about the money that goes into her pocket. She ain't gonna share it with you. Facts are facts. She hasn't gifted anybody whatsoever. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Well, yeah. But make no mistake, she'll take from you. Sort of like Detroit Nike. You know, the guy's disappeared for 5 days. And then all of a sudden he just reappears. Hey, Nike, where did you go for those 5 days? Were you staying with your sister? Oh, yeah. They won't allow you to do it being on blood thinners. I'm sorry. But Nike, were you with your sister? Yeah, his sister's house. That's exactly where he was. Well, and you know what? Let her. How's that seem to be working out for her, too? That's all I'm saying. But hey, you see that smirk on that face because Maggie knows exactly what she's doing. And make no mistake, she'll do that each and every single time. She'll come up with any kind of an excuse. And she'll get the excuses even from her mods. She don't care how she gets them. Just same as she don't care how she gets her money. Yeah, my honey. No. She doesn't come close to being my honey. Anyways, yes, she is rude. She's ignorant. She doesn't care. She wants her money from her supporters and enablers, which she calls Team Maggie, not the Maggie family. Maggie family relates to her mods. How you doing? And the thing is that Team Maggie doesn't get anything in return. You know, the closest thing you get in return. Hold on, I got a picture for that. I have a picture for everything. And you know, everybody wonders, you know, as to the reason why I got so many screenshots of Maggie. It's called records, receipts, and I will never turn them down. You know why? Because right there, that's the best you can get, Team Maggie. That's all you're ever going to see. So you enjoy pictures like that because you'll get them more often after you give her your money. You know, and collectively, that's it. And then when you ask her to pan the camera to the event that's going on, yeah, she runs the camera back and forth. Like it's like on a rotoscope, which is a device that goes in circles. That's Mela, I believe. One of her mods. Well, that's racist then. And if you're willing to want to sit with people that are racist, don't even bother coming anywhere close to me. And when it comes to begging, I'll put it to you this way. When it comes to begging, race has no identification when it comes to begging. I'm sorry. That's the facts. That's the truth. Whether it be Tim Nash, Jeff Gainey, Lisa Richards, Jordan Paul, all of them. Jimmy, you get mooted. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes. If you go to So Easily Broke's page, you'll see a lot of videos that are very concerning. And it's obvious. Which to me is disgusting. Because if that's who you are, and yet you're working in the medical field, God help everyone that's in that side of the wing or the hospital or whatever. Not easily broken's page. I've seen them. I've seen them all. And let's not forget, they are reportable. Whether it be hateful behavior or, harassment and bullying of a political figure whatsoever. I'm just saying, come on. There's got to be an even keel. And if you don't have an even keel, then you are what you say everybody makes you out to be. Oh, I blocked her too. I blocked quite a few of the mods. And Maggie's upset because I block them. Well, you know what, Maggie? Get in a box and maybe I'll unblock every one of them. But we know you ain't going to grab no box, so. Because you're too scared. Because the minute you get into a box, you're going to get grilled. You're going to turn around and get proven wrong. There is no blocking or muting anyone. And let's not make any mistakes. The more you mute, and make this make sense, the more you mute, the more you irritate people to want to report your live. So why would you continue to keep muting them and muting the truth when ultimately all they're going to do is sit in the live and report it? Make that make sense to all of us, please. I would certainly love to know how that works out. Not only that, but you're also shadow banning the live because you're muting everybody. Oh, I'll mute her. I'll let her ask a question, and then I'll mute her and I'll talk. Oh, you know what? Yeah, TikTok doesn't love her. She did get taken down. If you were in her live over the weekend when she was at the Baddies function, she got discontinued. You know what? I do have a screenshot, but I didn't redact the name on it out of protection for that individual. And she knows who she is. But she got discontinued. Well, wait a minute. Let's find out why she got discontinued. Was that because it's copyrighted and you're committing infringement on copyright material of Baddies? Dang. I knew that a while ago. So my strong suggestion would be very careful because sooner or later it will get nannered and you will not be able to appeal it. Yes. Well, everybody that was part of that live, I feel, did their due diligence because, you should be doing that. And I'm really surprised that it took TikTok that long to finally start realizing it. Yes, it is a community effort for the takedown. I agree. Yes, we are talking about Maggie. But I'm going to start wrapping some things up here because I am tired. Been a long day and a long afternoon and a long evening. Uh, so real quick, going over a few things. I'm going to do the vetting of the additional resources for food. I am also going to look for, that's the other thing. I am going to do research on job placement and job openings and job possibilities for individuals that are disabled. Because disabled individuals deserve the right to have a job as well. That's anyone from wheelchair bound to individuals that are walkers, things like that. I will. I will. And once I start finding those resources, they're going to start getting, there you go. Good for you. Once I start finding those resources and vetting them and looking through them, I will turn around and put them up in the link tree. And then the soonest I can go live again, I will let everybody know, but keep checking on it because it keeps adding up to a lot more on that link tree. More additional stuff for food and food resources because right now, come Friday, it's going to get tough. That's the other thing that I wanted to put out too as well. If you're getting stuff and you're going to have a Thanksgiving, yes, you know what I mean. The crutches. If they're able to work, why and they want to work, why not? That's how I look at it. Everybody deserves a chance. That's why our community, or at least this page and this platform, I've always put it out and I'll always stand by it. You get one chance. You need to be 100% transparent and honest with me and everybody that's associated with the link tree. That's all I ask. And I don't think that's too much to ask, to be honest with you. Even if you don't want to say it in online, at least let me know in a DM. And no, I don't put out anything about anybody's DMs. I don't share it with anybody. I don't talk with anybody about it. The reason that being is because your privacy needs to be respected. So there you go. The one thing that I did want to put out in reference to Thanksgiving, get some of your supplies now. I urge you to get those supplies. The reason that being, like your corn, um, you know, potatoes, canned goods, because a lot of that stuff is shelf stable. Hi, Catherine. A lot of that is shelf stable, so it'll stay for the next 3 weeks. Well, maybe not potatoes because they may turn around and grow feet. But that being said, start getting a lot of your stuff now because the closer it gets to Thanksgiving, the more it's going to get expensive. Grocery stores are going to start jacking up the prices. Missy Muffy needs 3 more people to follow her to exceed 1,000. So if anybody was willing to follow her, she has good content. She's a straight shooter too. She don't bullshit nobody. Um, you're welcome. But no, I'd strongly urge start getting the stuff now because it's gonna turn around and get tough. It's gonna get a lot tougher. That way, then you can sit there and say, hey, I got all this together. Now all I got to do is get a few other things. And not only that, but you can save your money up for a turkey. And that's the other aspect that I want to bring up too. If you end up having leftovers, make a plate up, cover it, keep it warm, whatever you need to do. And, give it to somebody that you see, somebody that that is, somebody that's alone, that lives by themselves, things like that. Don't forget nursing homes. A lot of people need just to hear a voice. There's a lot of lonely people that are in nursing homes that don't get to see family. Family can't come to them. They're experiencing problems and situations that they can't control. Go visit a nursing home. It breaks my heart when I go into nursing home and I see I always say hi to them. And I say hi to them with a smile. No, did you? Did you get mooted? Hi. So, hence the reason why I always have my heart on my sleeve. Because I care about people. Except Maggie. Maggie will turn around and get her just rewards. Oh, I got to do a puzzle piece. Cool. What if Maggie has to do these? There we go. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you all. So yeah, real quick, before I turn around and change up real quick and finish this up. Okay, you ready? You ready for this? I think this is the picture. Yeah, it is. Okay, you see this picture, right? You see this was alive, was paused. Okay, you know why it was paused? Because for that $30, she turned around and got DoorDash instead of actually getting full blown groceries. To her, DoorDash is her groceries. But in this picture here, that's exactly what she was doing. Because it took her about the same amount of time to order the DoorDash than it would turn around, because it would turn around and take a little bit longer to put in an order for groceries. So, Maggie, stop lying to your enablers and your supporters and saying that you're getting groceries when you're ordering DoorDash. I mean, after all, the ice cream spoke for itself. But hey, you do you, boo. Time's a coming, clock's a ticking, and there is no going back to the future. Oh, when I saw this, I knew exactly what she was doing. You know why? And I'm going to show a screenshot of it. I don't care. Boom, there you go. Okay, $30 for the groceries. Right after she got the $30, boom, it went right into that screen. That's a gimme. Oh yeah, and she never did get her hair cut. But her supporters gave her the money for it. What'd you do with that money, Maggie? You know, you said you were going to go get a haircut. Now you're sitting there begging for $45 for pain and suffering. What, because you didn't get your haircut? Or $45 for an Uber to get your haircut? Just asking a question that you'll never answer because you're too afraid to. You know, let me go ask her. She ain't going to answer you. You'll be mooted right away. Oh, a couple individuals that I am going to start looking into out of mass respect. And let me tell you something. This one is very interesting. You thought Maggie's bad? Hold, please. This one's a piece of work. Let me tell you. We're looking into her and we're watching. We're watching her patterns. We were watching her this evening when she decided to turn around and say about, oh, go watch her sometime. Grammy D both. Go watch her at some point in your life. Because today when I watched her, yeah, she turned around and decided to make fun of an individual and their weight. And then she wants $10 whole to be in her awesome Discord. You know what my response to that was? Hold, please. I have a screenshot of my response to that. I think it's this one. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I think groceries come before Discord, just saying. And she sat there dumbfounded as to the reason for the statement. And I'm sitting there thinking, you have no idea. You haven't been keeping up on current events, do you? And I was like, okay. Yeah, well, she'll accept you in the Discord if you give her $10 whole right off the bat. And she's going to be doing it every month instead of getting an actual physical job. You know what she sat in this live and said? I'm going to suck you dry. I'm like, what? So you're literally sitting here begging for other people's money. Okay. And I'm like, really? Really? Oh, hold on a second, though. Let's go back to this picture because I want to make sure everybody sees this. She's an Oklahoma star, everyone. Yeah. Okay. You have fun with that. Her idea of monetizing is to turn around and take from other people and not give two shits about their looks, or anything, and being respectful whatsoever. I've seen plenty of videos on this individual. You wouldn't get a dime from me, especially now. So I've been researching and watching her. I got one more, I think. Then I'm going to call it a night. Let's see. Oh, you know what? One person I totally forgot to bring out. Hey, how about this one? Uh, Stead Soldier. I wanted to bring this up before I wrap up. This one's great because they're asking for clothes and jackets and things like that. Stud Soldier. Yeah. If you lost all that, what's the deal there in the left hand corner in the clothes rack with all the clothes? And you're sitting there wearing a sweatshirt. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not. But you're sitting there asking for all this stuff, and yet you got an iPad, you held a cat up, you got mooted. Well, you asked. But apparently they don't want to speak facts and truth, so. But, yeah, you got all these clothes. That's interesting, and yet you're sitting there begging for it. But yet, you sat there and said that your wifey left you. Uh huh. Okay, hold on, hold on. Well, look at that. That's a lot of clothes there. Oh, you should have seen the room. Hold on. Hey, who's that guy? He doesn't look like he belongs there. That's interesting. Here's the other thing that I've known with being a volunteer firefighter. If there's a hotel fire, you won't get transferred. Depending upon the extensive damage and how bad it is, they may turn around and transfer you to another motel or hotel, but 9 times out of 10, they span out the hotel rooms long enough and far enough, you'd be able to turn around. Oh, $1 to come on her. Well, that's desperation, in my opinion. Anybody willing to turn around and give her $1? Yeah, let me know how that works out for you. Just as fast as you get up on that panel, you get booted out. Hold on, you ready? Look at all that. Is that a sleeping bag or some kind of a tent in the corner? That sure as hell don't look like, there was you know, you lost all that stuff in the fire. Yeah, I know. So make that make sense to me. Oh, and that's her Cash App, the Legends X23. Yeah, I'd be reporting that like a mofo. I mass reported, and I have no problems doing it even more. You can report more than once, too, by the way, for Cash Apps. I think it's like 10 times, but don't quote me on that. Hold on. Got one last picture. Oh, damn, look at that AC unit that's all covered with all that stuff. So you're telling me that you got children out of the or the hotel, you got an iPad out of the hotel, you rescued a cat, you got all that stuff out of there, didn't get phased or burned or touched, and you're sitting here asking for warm clothes for kids? No, what it is you're asking for money for you. This is exactly what you're doing. So you're literally lying through your teeth. I have no problems. I can even go back and get further screenshots if you would like me to, frame by frame. Oh, Maggie is reporting me? Well, let's put this up real quick. Hey, Maggie, you sit there and say you're reporting me. How about you report this picture? Did you report every 6th day of the month for your SSI, Maggie? Did you? Just be honest with everybody. Be honest with your enablers. Because, the closest thing they'll see is nothing when you go to your concerts and your functions and your bingos. They won't win the money, but you will. That's all I'm saying. But make sure the 6th of the month it's going to come up next week. They report your earned income, what you earned from the 6th of last month to the 6th of this upcoming month, okay? Oh, she's thinking long and hard. Yeah. So, yeah, you keep utilizing that new notebook that you got, Maggie, because you're going to be doing doodles from jail, guaranteed. And I'm still here, Maggie. Where's the police? I thought I was going to go to jail. I thought I was going to go to prison. I ain't going nowhere because I ain't done nothing wrong. but according to you, neither of you, but yet, did you report your earned income for the 6th? No. All right, I'm done. Uh-oh. Anybody want to grab a box tonight? You're feel free to turn around and put out what you want. Say what you want. Suggest any resources and additional help. Yeah, I'm done. Dolphin Girl. I'm toast. I'm tired. Princess Peach, thanks for coming in, dear. I'm done for. Saturday, I'm going to be out of town, unfortunately, but maybe we'll try to turn around and go live on Sunday. Don't forget, Thursday, tomorrow night, and Friday is trick or treating in some towns. Make sure you have a flashlight if you're going out with your kids. Stay safe. Be careful. Wear reflective material. And yeah, don't go raiding all the kids' chocolate, okay? Yes, that's right. Fall back this weekend. Great. So now it's going to be even more pitch dark at night or in the morning. Yeah, I love that. All righty. Thank you, niece. Nice. I hope I said that right. My apologies if I didn't. You can have the Milky Ways. I'll take the Milk Duds. Thank you, Happy Camper. All right, everybody, I'm done for the night. I'm going to bed. I got shit to do tomorrow. Everybody stay safe. Take care of each other. Take care of your family. Remember, this is the most important thing. And I don't think Maggie's enablers and supporters realize it. You know, when it comes down to it, family comes first. You could sit there and say that you're Maggie family, but do you think Maggie's considering you family? No. She's considering your wallet. All right, I'm done. Yep, Mr. Good Bars are good. I'm done, everybody. Stay safe. Stay warm. Other than that, I'm done. I'm out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an honor. The lives that I put on today or been in. Take care. Heed the advice about Thanksgiving, please. It will pay off in spades. This way, then you have everything ready, and then, you know, this way you can also have nice things. All right, everybody. Good night. Take care, and let's finish out the rest of this week.
Like, people walk a thank you. It's still not Roxy. Oh no, these guys still aren't chasing Shay, but